Hey guys, so this is part two of the other video I did based on experiences about being single. Um, I didn't tell you guys there was a part two because I obviously I didn't want you guys to know about part two yet, so there is a part two. So in the other video I spoke about a few countries. I wanted part two to be a bit longer because I've got to talk about another country that I think needed a bit more time and needed its own video to talk about that one. So in the last video I mentioned Ghanaians, Jamaicans, Cameroon, Angola, Congolese. But in this video I'm mentioning white guys like British, Italians, and Asian guys, and Nigerians. So obviously with this video I will touch base on more of the Nigerian part because I don't really have too much experience on the other two, only because not really my cup of tea, I guess. So in the last video, obviously, I told you about a few guys that I've come across. Now, in the other video, some of the guys that I was talking about, some of them are from when I was last single, which was like 2018, and some of them was like from last year, 2021. As you can see, I changed my hair. So that other hair was like getting a bit rough. I do like my colours in my hair. So I decided to like change my hair up. Hope you guys like it. This is still like the same kind of hair I had in the other video, but I changed it into a ponytail. Just something a bit different. I've never done this hairstyle before, but kind of feeling it. Like this part is my natural hair. I dyed it. Even that time that I did the video, it was still dyed, but obviously you couldn't see much of it because I crocheted the hair. But yeah, so let's get to the topic. So I'm going to start off with white guys, Italians, it could be just a white guy. Personally, I haven't been with a white guy, and that's because, I don't know, I feel I haven't ever found one that I'm like attracted to. I've come across quite a few. I mean, they look alright. They're not ugly or anything. It's just, I don't know. I just, like, when I'm talking to someone, it's got to be like an instant, like, attraction. But I think I've never really come across a white guy where I'm just like, oh yeah, I want to get to know them. It's just, no, just talk on a friendly level. It's not that I haven't spoken to a white guy before. I have, but not in the sense that I felt anything other than a friendship. I mean, I've had white guys interested in me, message me and stuff, but I've never like proper like went any further, if that makes sense. Asian guys, never been attracted to one. I've come across a few. I've come across one that was quite sweet actually. He was just very friendly and very honest, which obviously I prefer people that are honest. He had nice eyes. I have a thing with eyes, but he had forgot what color his eyes were, but they were very like that. His eyes is the first thing you can see, so he had very nice eyes. Very polite, very sweet. I was attracted, but I think because I started talking to him after the split from my husband, I guess I wasn't in the right headspace to take things any further. So I don't know. I mean, we were talking and then, I don't know. how I feel, to be honest. I'm a bit confused with that one, but I think I'm just not been in the right headspace when I started talking to him. But we did talk on a friendly level. He did want to see me a few times, but because I suffer from anxiety, it was a bit, I don't know, I was just a bit nervous. And plus he would have been the first Asian guy I've actually met face to face, and I guess I was just a bit overwhelmed and just nervous to meet him. So I still haven't met him, but I mean, he seems lovely. He wanted to bring me flowers and stuff. I mean, it was sweet, but I don't know, it was just a different feeling, I guess, because it's just a different vibe. But yeah, so that's the white guys and the Asians. I've come across an Italian before. He came across nice, but I only spoke to him for a bit. I never met him, so I can't really comment on that. But let's get to the Nigerians. Now, with this video, it took me a while to put this video up because I just wanted to do a few things. I had to think about what I was going to say as well, especially when it comes to Nigerians. I'm not saying Nigerians have a problem. I mean, they're quite sweet, I would say. I think the first Nigerian I ever had a problem with, it was only because he was just like a liar kind of thing. And the thing is, I didn't even know he was Nigerian. So like when I met him, he pretended to be American basically. And from the fact that I came from America, the fact that he did a really good accent, I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't even notice that he was actually not American. But I guess he wanted to be American so bad, he maybe perfected the accent or whatever. But he did definitely sound like an American. He dressed like one as well. I think with him, the reason why it didn't work out, this was years ago though. I did start to see him, it was going alright. I met most of his friends and stuff. But I think that one, it didn't work out because at a certain point, this was before I even started having kids, I wanted to go forever. But he made a comment, and I've never heard a guy make a comment like this. But I said to him, oh, we've been seeing each other for a while now. I do want to make things official or take it one step further. And he said to me, he feels the same, but he wants us to wait until after Carnival, and then we can talk about that. And I was just like, what did this guy just say to me? You want to wait for Carnival to finish, and then you want to talk about getting serious? So in my mind, obviously, I was how old was I? Probably 18 or so. So in my 18-year-old head, I was just Carnival. I used to go Carnival with my friends, so I know what happens there. So in my head, it was just you want to go and rack up a bunch of STDs during Carnival and then come sit down and try to be serious with me. I was like, am I a dickhead? No. And I was just you didn't just say that to me. Are you actually serious, or was that supposed to be a joke? And he was like, no, I'm actually serious. And I said to him, you know what? You're not serious. I want nothing to do with you. And I blocked him. Because he was just what? Am I a dickhead? After I blocked him, I did find out something else later on down the line, which I'm not going to go into detail in this video at all. But I ended up having to talk to him again for a bit, and then we stopped talking again. And then I haven't seen him since. That was in 2013. Other Nigerians I've come across, I have come across quite a few that are a bit arrogant, they just think too much of themselves, and it's just calm down. Do you get what I mean? I think Nigerians, there are some sweet ones, and then there are some arrogant ones. So with Nigerians, I'm kind of bang in the middle, because I can't, it's not with the Ghanaians and Jamaicans, where they have distinctive personalities that are similar in majority of their men. With Nigerians, it's a bit, you can find some that are nice, and then you can find some that are just like disrespectful and just arrogant for no reason. So, which is why I felt like they deserve their own video, because like with the Nigerians, it's a bit different. I can't really give them a distinctive comment because I'm still analyzing, I will say. I have come across Nigerians that are very respectful. I actually thought at some point that if I was ever to get married, it would be like to a Nigerian. It's actually what I wanted. And only because of the ones that I have come across. I did actually end up like really falling for a Nigerian, and he was lovely. I still talk to him, but it's a thing where I don't really do well with like rejection. So even though I've known him for years, like when I first met him, like me and my girl was like out in Westfield. Like, my friend loves her Westfield. Like when I was living in London, like we were in Westfield like almost every day. We were like, it's not like we were shopping every day, but like she just loves going Westfield. So like we'll just go walk around, talk obviously, and yeah, just like obviously cuss people that are wearing just some stupidness. She's like my best friend, like my sister, and there was one time we went and there was like two guys there, and obviously normally me and my girl don't have the same taste, but that day we actually did. So like we saw these two guys, and obviously I said to my friend, oh, look at that guy there, he looks really nice. And she was like, actually, yeah, he actually does. And then she was like, oh, he's going to try to talk to me. And I was like, ugh. Because every time we go out, like, because my friend, she's, like, really beautiful. I'm not jealous of her or anything. I do admire her, though. She's very beautiful. So, like, when we go out, it's always, like, a rush of guys just always talking to her. And because she's very attractive as well. So, I thought to myself, in my head, I was just like, yeah, he's going to go talk to her. As per usual, we go out, and I'm just going to be stuck with the ugly one, which was his friend. He wasn't very attractive. But, I mean, other people call him attractive. I mean, I can't really... In my eyes, he may have been ugly, but maybe in someone else's eyes, he's attractive. And he's good looking to other people. But to me, I wasn't, no. I liked the other one. But we both, like, was attracted to the same guy for the first time. And, like, we walked past them. And then, next thing you know, I get a tap on my shoulder. Now, see, I was expecting that the ugly one is going to come talk to me, because that's what always ends up happening when I'm out with my friend. But it was actually the one that we were both attracted to. And I was just, like, I was in shock, because in my head, I was like, oh, shit. Like, he's actually talking to me. Like, I didn't think he was actually going to come talk to me at all. But he did. And he was beautiful. And from there, we started talking. And then the most craziest thing happened. I don't think I've ever put a guy in this position before. But I actually ended up putting him in this position. Like, when I met him, what I didn't realize is that the time that I met him, I was pregnant. Not for him, obviously. But I was pregnant. And I didn't know I was pregnant until weeks after I met him. I found out I was pregnant. And, like, for a girl, like, if you started seeing someone... and then you find out you're pregnant, but it's not theirs. You just find out in general, like, you're pregnant. It was my first pregnancy that I actually kept, and it was just like, oh shit. So when I found out that time I was pregnant with my daughter, I was like, oh my god, I'm pregnant. And then I was thinking, how am I gonna tell this guy that I literally just started seeing? I'm pregnant. And I was terrified. I'm not even gonna flip and lie. Like, I was in my house just like trying to practice the conversation. Like, I called my friend, which was the girl that was there with me that day. And I didn't know how to even, like, how do you tell a guy that you just started seeing that you like, that you pregnant for someone else? But anyways, long story short, I ended up telling him. I don't even remember how I did it, but I did tell him. And he didn't seem upset about it. I'm pretty sure he did feel a certain way about it. But he didn't say anything to me about exactly how he felt, but I'm pretty sure he did feel a certain way. And I felt like after I told him, I was thinking, this guy's gonna block me. He's gonna block me, and he's not gonna want to talk to me anymore, and that's just gonna be the end of something that potentially could have been, like, you know, something serious. But he didn't. And then we still continued to see each other. And like, when I was around him, like, sometimes I was around him when I was pregnant, and the way he treated me, you know, like how some guys would just treat you like absolute shit. He was just like really respectful. I mean, he treated me the same way he was treating me before I found out I was pregnant. He was just like proper, just sweet. Like, I was in shock. Like, I was expecting to be blocked. And even as I continued to see him, I actually thought eventually he's going to say how he feels, and then he's not going to talk to me again. I kept waiting for like something to go wrong, but it didn't go wrong. And we just kept seeing each other. There was times where I slept over at his as well. I was pregnant. And like, it was just casual, and he was just sweet, and he took very good care of me, actually. Given the fact that I wasn't actually pregnant for him. And things were going alright. Then I found out he was Nigerian. And to be honest, I didn't think he was Nigerian, because the vibe I got off of him, to be honest, if I didn't know anything at all about him, I would have thought he's American. Like, the vibe he gives off is like he's American. He don't come across as a Nigerian. You know, like, there's like distinctive things about Nigerians, you're like, okay, yeah, this person might be Nigerian. I didn't see that at all. Like, doesn't act like a Nigerian, but he was Nigerian, and I was just like, oh shit. But yeah, after I had my daughter, I went through a lot when I had my daughter, so I just tend to like, we drifted apart, and I think it was more of my fault, because just having a baby, it came with all the drama with my daughter, and I just felt like after I had my baby, he wouldn't want to be with me, because there was one time after I had my daughter, and he said to me he wanted me to come see him, and I was just like, well, I just had a baby not long ago. Where am I supposed to leave my daughter to come see you? And he was like, oh, can't your mum watch her and then you come see me? And I was a bit offended with that, because it was just like, really? Sorry. So yeah, and then I just felt like at that moment I felt like I was abandoning my daughter, and I was just thinking, well, I just had a baby. Like, why would you ask me to leave my child with my mum and then come see you? And I think them times I was just running through all the emotions with everything that happened after my daughter was born, and I was just like, I felt like that was a bit insensitive. So I just like, after that, we just drifted apart. I just stopped talking to him. I just felt a certain type of way. I just felt like I wouldn't be able to see him as much as I would, because now I've got a kid. And I thought to myself, would he even want to be with someone that's got a kid? It was very stupid thinking. But I mean, I was 19. I just had a baby. I guess I was a bit naive. And then I met obviously my baby dad about a month later, and we started talking, and then obviously that's the guy I ended up marrying. But literally, I ended up coming across this Nigerian guy again, and we started talking again. I can't remember what year it was we started talking again, but I was still like with my baby dad kind of thing. And then when me and my baby dad split, then we started to talk a bit more. But I mean, he's always been like respectful. I've never had an issue with him. It's always just been like normal. But yeah, like I would say he's one Nigerian I came across that like literally blew me away kind of thing. Like he's always been all over around sweet. I mean, like even like when we go out, the way he treats me like a man is actually supposed to treat a woman, other than the way that these other guys do it. But there was one time that he's good at cooking as well. He has made food for me before. I've cooked for him. There was one time I did go to his, and like we went to I forgot, I don't know if it was Tesco or something, but like we went somewhere just to get like the ingredients and stuff. And I was like just super nervous. That's like when my anxiety kicks in, when I have like a one-to-one with a guy, like, especially something like that. I started to develop strong feelings for him as well. So yeah, we went to go get some ingredients. I was gonna make him lasagna and cornbread. So cornbread is like it's an American food anyways. It's really nice. I can't remember if I was doing it because it was his birthday. I can't remember. It's like years ago. And like literally we went to Tesco's, and I remember this because I was so like, I was jealous because like he's got like a bit of muscle. So it was just a thing where I felt like other women were watching him, and I'm a bit paranoid. So like when we went to the place, we got everything we needed. And when we went to the till, like the girl that was at the till, she was obviously just as young as I was. And like she was giving me some kind of look, and I was just thinking, like I saw the way that she was watching him, and I was just thinking in my head like, what's this girl looking at? Like, he's with me. Do you get what I mean? Like that kind of vibe kind of thing. And she was just like giving me dirty looks, but then looking at him in a kind of way. And I was just like, I felt a certain type of way. But then what he did next, I was just like, oh shit. So like he held me by my like waist area, and obviously the way he talks to me, he calls me babes, innit? And then so he was talking to me, and he was like, basically his body language was saying, you know, like we're together kind of thing. And so I can just like see her face, like her body language changed. Like it went from looking at him in a way like she liked him kind of thing to like giving me even more dirty looks. I don't even think he noticed it. Like I think he was just like oblivious to like the whole thing. And like I was just standing there, I was just thinking, I felt a bit gassed, I'm not even gonna lie. I felt gassed. I was thinking, hell yeah, he's with me. Do you get what I mean? And then like when we left the shop, he's so sweet. He like hold the bags for me, and like he took off I think he was wearing a hoodie or something, and he took it off, and then he's got like this skin tight shirt on, so like you can see like his muscles and shit. And I didn't like when he took it off because I felt like it was just gonna attract more attention. I felt like when we was walking, like I can see like some girls, like when we was walking on our way back, staring at him. And I was just thinking, like I saw one girl, she was in a car, and she was just like proper looking at him. And I was just thinking, I think when we went back in, I said to him, next time can you like just don't take off the hoodie, because like people was watching you. And he's just like, what do you mean people was watching me? But like I just felt a bit jealous, I guess, and overprotective, because I just felt like girls were just watching him. And obviously I find him highly attractive, so I'm pretty sure other women are looking at him like that he looks good. Do you get what I mean? And with that Nigerian, it just went on for like quite a while. Like I will go and see him and do certain things for him, and like the sex was just, it was really good. Like, and it's a difference between when you have sex with someone that you don't like, where it's just a thing where it's just for the point of pleasure, and then you have sex with someone that you have like a lot of feelings for. It's different. So like when I had with him, it was very passionate. So it felt amazing, and the way he treated me as well, it just made me feel special. Like anytime I'm around him, I feel all of around special because he treats me properly. We've seen each other a few times. I even like like the lingerie stuff. There's times where I've wore it for him, and I wear so like I got him into this thing where like the fishnet tights. Like when you wear the fishnet tights, for me, like I'll have him rip it, and that just literally sets him off. He just absolutely loves it. But I'm not gonna go into much details about what we do there. But yeah, he just absolutely, like I feel like the way he looks at me, not like how another guy would. He looks at me with just passion in his eyes. Like, I love his eyes. I've got a thing about eyes. I love his eyes. And it's just, everything with him was just passionate. But I never got into a relationship with him. I think I brought it up a few times. I just slid it in a conversation kind of thing. And just hearing his response, I didn't think he would want to be with me. I felt like this is just the vibe I got off of when I just put it in a conversation kind of thing. He just came across as he just wants to enjoy his life kind of thing. And obviously I don't like rejection, so I just never took it further. So all the times we have seen each other, it's just been a thing where I want to bring up the conversation so bad, because I want something more, but I'm scared of the answer. So I didn't go any further with it. We did continue to talk. When I got married, it was hard for me to tell him, because obviously I'm telling a guy that I've always had strong feelings for, that I'm getting married. And it's just a lot of people were quite shocked when I said I was going to get married anyway. A lot of people didn't want it, but I did it because I felt I did it because I felt come on. Okay, sorry. Obviously I did it because I wanted to settle down. It's mama. Sorry, that's my son. Give me a minute, okay? Okay. So I did it because I wanted to settle down. I've always wanted to settle down, and just sorry about that. My son is just a bit. But yeah, I did it because I wanted to settle down. I mean, the perception I had, I wasn't getting any younger, and I just wanted to settle down with someone, because being single, it really puts you in a vulnerable state where you're seeing different people, and I don't like things like that. I just like to stick to one particular guy, and just with that guy. I don't like having this one and that one and that one. As much as it sounds fun, it's, as a woman, it's not nice. After a while, you just start feeling like crap. So because I was with my baby dad for so long, and I ended up having 2 more kids after that. That's why I just thought, might as well get married. So yeah, I mean, I loved my baby dad, and obviously the time that I did get married to him, I had just terminated a pregnancy, because when I left my baby dad, I was single for a year, and then I got pregnant, and it was devastating for me. I didn't know what to do. I was confused. I already had 2 kids by then, and it was just I didn't I didn't know what to do. So I lost my job that I had because I was pregnant. I couldn't pick up as much shifts. I was a care assistant. I couldn't do it because being pregnant comes with a lot. And then after a while, my baby dad just kept talking to me and he wanted to make things work, and I just lost my job. And I thought, you know what, I'll give him another chance. Obviously, he didn't tell me to get rid of the baby. He said he would have been with me either way. But given the drama that would have came with being pregnant for someone else and then going back to my baby dad, I just felt like it would have been too much drama that I couldn't handle. So I just like literally, I got rid of my baby at 3 months. It did put me in a sense in a state of depression. I felt low. I wasn't myself for months. I was just I felt so horrible because I didn't plan to get rid of the baby. I was going to keep the baby, but I didn't want to start something with my baby dad and then be pregnant for someone else. So I got rid of my baby anyway. It did put me in a mental state where I was just so sad for so long. And then when I started to feel a bit better, then I went to my baby dad and I said to him, I want to have a baby. Crazy me, I just got rid of one and then I wanted to have a baby. Obviously he looked at me like I was crazy. He was just like, we've got 2 already. Why do you want another one? And I said, I'd literally just got rid of a baby that I really wanted to keep. And so, yeah, I want a baby. Don't get me wrong, I love my baby dad. I mean, at that time when I was going through the whole abortion thing, I saw a side to my baby dad that I hadn't seen in a long time. Because when I first met my baby dad, there were certain characteristics that made me really want to be with him. Especially with everything I was going through at that time after I had my daughter. And ever since we moved out together, things have just been so wrong. Like, things were just going so bad. But when I had that termination, I saw another side to him that I didn't know was there. And he was just so supportive, so sweet, and just lovely. And I hadn't seen that part of him for a while. And then, obviously, as much as it was crazy that I wanted a baby and he was just wondering, like, why kind of thing. Yeah, we did started to try, and I got pregnant. And when I got pregnant, the way he was treating me good. I guess I just fell in love with that. And I thought, well, let's get married. We were engaged from 2015, but we didn't get married. And I thought, I think this is the perfect time to get married. I mean, I'm about to have another kid. That's number 3. Obviously, he met me with 1 and then added another 2. So I thought, if I'm going to have a baby, and I said to him, if I'm going to have a baby, we need to get married now, because that's my 3rd child now. And as a woman, it don't look good that you just popping out kids and don't have any future for it. So I thought, okay, let's get married. Obviously, now that I'm separated, I wish I hadn't made that decision to get married. But I think I was just overwhelmed with my emotions, and he was treating me good again, and things were good, you know? So when I told this guy I was getting married, I had a feeling he won't be happy about it. But like I said, I didn't even know if he wanted something serious with me anyways. And I didn't really push to ask because I was scared of the answer. So I just said to him, I'm getting married. But when I did separate from my husband and I told him, he did express that he didn't like the fact that he was just like, you went off and got married and then stopped talking to me for a while. Just like ghosted kind of thing. But to be realistic, when I got married, the reason why I was telling him is because I knew being married, I wouldn't talk to him as much, or I wouldn't be going to go see him like I was seeing him. And obviously, because I've got to respect my marriage, I mean, at the end of the day, I did have deep feelings for him, but I didn't know where it was going or whether or not he wanted to take it further. And he never, ever really discussed it with me, whether or not he wants to take it further. So it was just like all our feelings and emotions was like up in the air. And then I got my baby dad, and I have feelings for him too. But with my baby dad, he expressed how he felt about me. He told me how he felt and things like that. Whereas in him, he doesn't really say anything much on the topic. So like I said to him, obviously I had to keep my distance when I was married because I had to have respect for my marriage. I couldn't be married and then still messing around with you. It wouldn't be fair on my husband. It wouldn't be fair on my family and on my kids, because then what would be the point of me marrying him if I'm just going to mess around with you? And obviously he would have been a big temptation for me. If I did continue to see him, I would have committed adultery. I know for sure I would have definitely committed adultery, because he's like a big trigger for me because of the feelings that I do have for him. So anything that was going to trigger me to commit adultery, I like kept a distance from, just to make sure that I am faithful in my marriage. And I did quite well with that. And as much as a lot of people weren't happy that I literally had to ghost them and then just not talk to them much, but I had to respect my marriage, even though my husband didn't clearly respect my marriage because he was fucking about behind my back as we were married as well. But I had respect for my marriage, so I did what was right. And I had to keep my distance from him. And obviously I know he wasn't happy with that. When I did split with my husband, I did contact him again and started talking to him again. And I did see him again as well. And to be honest, when I saw him again after so many years, it's like the feelings never left. I still feel the same way about him now that I did back then. But now I'm even more like scared to like put myself out there kind of thing, to tell him about how I really feel, because I feel like this is gonna sound so stupid when I say it, but bear with me. I feel like now I've got so many kids. I've got 3 kids. I feel like, this is just my opinion, I feel like he wouldn't want to be with me right now. When he was with me, when he met me, I had no kids. Then weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. He was with me throughout some of my pregnancy. And then had my daughter, ghosted. Ended up with another guy. Me and the guy split up, started seeing him again. And then got married, got pregnant, had another one. Then ghosted him again. And then yeah, I'm separated now. So I feel like as much as our history was good, there was some bad parts to it. And I feel like with that long history, I don't think he'll want to settle down with me, because I've just got like a lot of children now. And then it comes with the drama of my baby. My baby dad is extremely jealous. Like, he's just very possessive. So I think he won't be able to handle the drama of my baby dad as well. I think he probably think he would be able to handle it, but I feel like a lot of people that come across my baby dad, a lot of guys that I have seen in the past that come across my baby dad, they walk off. Like, literally, when I was single, when I started seeing some guy, and my baby dad turned up at my house, and he was cussing, and he was just going off. Like, I mean, I felt horrible. Like, we had to call the police. It was that bad. And literally, when that guy left my house, he blocked me. Didn't want to talk to me anymore. And I can't blame him. I mean, can you imagine going to go see a girl that you fancy, and then her baby dad turns up at the door? Oh my God. I was beyond humiliated. So I feel like if I even tried to pursue something with him, either he wouldn't want to be with me because I just got too much going on, or if he is with me, my baby dad's going to put him off. And he's just going to be like, you know what? He's crazy. I don't think I can deal with the drama. So, yeah, I mean, I still talk to him. I do visit him as well. Like I do still very much care about him. But I mean, he's like the first Nigerian I ever like literally fell for that deep. And I have dated other Nigerians, but it was never like that deep. I mean, the feelings I have for him, I can't even. Oh, I can't even explain it. It's just, I just never really came across a guy that's just that respectful. I mean, like, when I'm out with him, if I go a place with him, the way he treats me, he shows a lot of affection. And that's all I've really been looking for, really. I mean, if I do want to settle down with a guy again, I would love to be with a guy that is respectful of my feelings, that cares about me, that obviously is, I like a man that's affectionate. Don't like someone that's not scared to show like public affection, because you come across some guys and in public they treat you like you their sister. But I like things like holding my hands or holding me, and I'm like a helpless romantic, so I want to be with a guy that is sort of like me, that cares about things like being romantic and doing things like that. And I've always had that with him. He's always treated me good. I don't have a bad thing to say about him. But yeah, he was Nigerian, so I don't really have a specific comment to say about Nigerians, because I actually fell for a Nigerian, even though I never actually was in a relationship with him yet. But yeah, I mean, there are some good Nigerians, and I say that because from my experience, I've come across a very good one. Hopefully, one day we can become more serious and take things further. I'm hoping for that day. I mean, I've been hoping for that day for years, hopefully. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know if he would want to be with me at this stage of my life where I've got so many kids and just, you know, I don't know. I've never had this conversation with him. Hopefully he doesn't see this video. But yeah, he doesn't recognize I'm talking about him, but you know, never had a conversation with him, and I feel so stupid that I haven't, because a lot of people say I come across as very confident and bold, but like when I'm around him, I feel like a teenager, like when you got a crush on someone and it's just like you can't talk much, you can't function, you just like feel like you got butterflies in your stomach, and it's just like you want to talk to them about something, but like your emotions, your feelings is just like taking over you. Like when I'm around him, I can't, certain conversations, I'm just so shy. Even after all these years, like if I'm around him, I'm shy. I'm proper shy. Like I don't like I'm like a little schoolgirl with a crush, literally, because he just amazes me with the way he treats me, and it's just, I just care about him a lot. But yeah, my single life has just been crazy. But yeah, Nigerians, I have come across some really crazy ones, I'll tell you that for sure. There are some fucked up ones out there, but I mean, hands up, I have met one that is really good, so I can't really overall class them as dickheads, I would say. But I mean, yeah, I would touch on another country as well, Sierra Leone, which is where my family's from. So I'm American, and then like I'm half Sierra Leone. So I do speak the Creole, which, to be honest, the Nigerians have stolen our pidgin. Like, I get into a lot of arguments with Nigerians because I feel like they stole our language. So, you know, the pidgin language, that's basically my country's language. We call it Creole. But a lot of Nigerians want to argue with me and tell me that it's their language first. No, honey, that language is from our country. You guys are just trying to steal our language. But anyways, I'm not going to get into that because a lot of Nigerians get into their little feelings when I say that. But yeah, So that's basically our language, broken English. So like when a Nigerian speaks pidgin, I understand literally what they're saying, and I'm just looking at them like, really. But yeah, I mean, Sierra Leone, from my experience, I have come across quite a few. I think so far what I've noticed, they're a bit arrogant. Some of them are a bit conceited. They just think too much of themselves. But there are nice ones out there as well. You've got really quiet ones as well that don't really say much, and they're quite calm. They're cool. The ones the person that I lost my virginity to is a Sierra Leone guy. I mean, he was sweet, man. He was good. But a bit of a liar, to be honest. Very secretive. Can't tell the truth to save his life. Some things he is honest about, but like he's very good at hiding like deep dark secret kind of things. And like I met him when I was 12, so like it was just a thing where I didn't lose my thing till like 17, and that's only because of the peer pressure, to be honest with you. I think if there was a lot of peer pressure, I probably would have been a virgin longer. But I had all my friends talking about it, and it was just like I might as well just get over it. And then someone said something to me that actually pushed me to want to do it. Like they say, when you lose your virginity, you bleed. So I don't like pain and things like that. So I was just like, oh shit, that means I need to lose it ASAP. Let me just get this over with. So like when I was seeing this Sierra Leone guy, he was my childhood sweetheart. He picked me up from my dad's, and I said to him, I'm ready. And he's like, what do you mean you're ready? And I showed him my bag, and in my bag I had change of clothes, I had towels. And so like when we went to his house, I said to him, I'm ready. And he's like, ready for what? And I was like, I'm ready to lose my, I'm going to give it to you. Because for me, I wanted to lose my virginity. This is the first person I fell in love with. And I met him from the age of 12, and we were seeing each other up until I was, 17? And I came to the UK 17. So literally, I lost him to him in March, and then I came to the UK in June. So like, yeah, I was just like, let's do this. Let's get this over with. And the funny thing is, I never bled, not one drop. It was some point where he started asking me, are you sure you're a virgin? I was like, I'm pretty sure I am, because I haven't touched anyone else. Like, I've been with you since I was 12. So, like, I mean, no, I haven't done it with anyone else, but not a drop. So, I was so scared about this thing, and it just wasn't a big deal, to be honest. I didn't bleed at all. Didn't suffer any pain. It was more pleasure than anything else. So, I don't know. But, yeah, Sierra Leone guys, I think they're a bit extra, though, like. I got married to one, so I feel like they're a bit extra. I think their mentality is a bit fucked sometimes as well. But there are some good ones out there. But yeah, I think that's all the ethnicities that I've been with so far. Obviously, I'll still meet other people. So maybe a part 3 to a video. I don't know, but I will make other videos if I do come across anything different. But so far in my whole life, I've just mentioned a few guys that I've been with throughout my life. So like in the other video, some of the guys I mentioned was like from years ago, and then only about 2 or 3 of them was like recent. But yeah, it's just my overall experience is what I was given. But yeah, dating life is hard. Like, it's not easy, especially when you're a mom. I mean, I think the way I feel like now that I got 3 kids, it's going to be even harder for me to find someone to settle down with, because not only are they going to have to love me, they're going to have to be prepared to love my kids. And like, just love my kids. I don't know. A lot of guys don't see themselves being stepdads or like, loving another man's child. I've literally come across a guy that said to me, I don't see myself loving another man's kid. And it's just like, okay, well, that puts things in perspective. I definitely don't want to be around you. Like, if you can't see yourself loving another man's kid, just don't talk to me. You can't be with me. There's no point in pursuing anything at all, because it just tells me that you're just simple-minded. Like, because I've got not just 1 kid, I've got 3. So if you telling me that you don't see yourself loving another man's kid, don't be with me. because you just wasting your time, to be real. But yeah, there are guys like that out there anyway. It is what it is. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. This was part 2. And Mr. just turned up his tablet, which is annoying. But yeah, I mean, this is part 2. I hope you guys like my videos. Subscribe, share, like. And this was Yummy Mommy and Kids. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.